Hello. Okay. So, I have half a face on. And that's because I was just trying to upload a video and it wouldn't upload. It messed up. So, I guess what I'll do real quick is run you through what I've done so far, show you what I've used, kind of explain it really quickly, and then continue on with the rest of it. So, for the people who are like looking forward to it, I apologize because you won't be able to see this beginning part or what I have done so far until I make a new video. But so sorry, like Lily, Miss Lily LaRue. Shoutouts to Lily. So I glued my eyebrows down. That's with the Elmer's glue. Feel free to use some. I know a lot of older queens use like bar soap. I've never tried it, so I don't even know how it works. There's like actual like legit eyebrow glue you can get from like theater makeup stores, places like that. I use Elmer's glue. It works the best for me. So anyways, I did about 4 layers of that. Really smeared them down. I always leave this beginning part of my eyebrow. You can't see it now, but I always leave that beginning part right here in the corners to give myself a base. After that, I creamed everything on my... Creamed everything? That's so nasty. The cream blend, the stick, I use the medium olive, completely cover my face. Smear that out, or smooth that out with one of these little sponges. Then I go over everything on my face with I make my own color, but all it is this Ben Nye powder. There's I use fair, topaz, and a little bit of ebony to mix together and make a shade that works for me. Completely cover my face with that. Then what I do is I take my contour, Ben Nye yet again, Plains Dust. It's a little dark, so I always use just a little bit. You can always go darker, but I use a little bit. What I do is I start about midway through my ear, and bring it down my cheek, right under the apple. So when you smile, contour is right about there. And then I always very lightly swoop it under into my nose, just to help like round it, give you more big bubbly cheeks. So you do that on both sides, obviously. Also, then you take it and you go right around the forehead with it. I use like the end of my brow as a point, well, kind of a little behind it, I suppose, as where to follow it. And I always do it a little darker right into the hairline, just to help kind of hide that hairline so you don't have such boy hair. Although, I like my hair. I like my hair. Kind of gives you like punk rock bitch realness. Down. Henty. Anyways, so around the forehead, and I bring that even down, ooh, Nikki, into my cheek. Then I take a blush, talk to a lot of different queens. Wet n Wild seems to be what most use. I prefer it. Play around. Good thing about this is it's cheap, and if you don't like it, didn't really spend much on it. I use the Heather Silk. What I do is just right on the apples of my cheek, and I bring it all the way up into like my contour on the side. Also right around the forehead, right along the inner part of where the contour ends. I always throw a little blush around that. That just helps kind of slim out the face. So I've done that. Then what I do with the brows, you can do whatever you want. Some people use just powder. I like to do a pencil. I start with a brown pencil. If I can find it real quickly. Just, a dark brown pencil, draw them on. And then I take a little bit of a, usually, I mean, you can even use your contour if you want, or the plain dust, because it's brown, or a brown shadow, and I just take a little brush, and I kind of just lightly go over what I've used the pencil on, and that's just to kind of help set them, and give it a little softer look, so they don't look as drawn on, you can say. So we go over that. I'm sorry guys, I'm just kind of whipping through this part now because I've just spent the past 35 minutes explaining all of this on the first video that didn't upload. Pain in the ass. So you do that with the brow. You also then, with the contour color, the plain dust is what I use again. Take another brush, I use this one, and I go right between the brow and my crease line, and I follow it down and bring it to a point on my nose, and then I just brush right around that. I don't even bring it all the way down on my nose, like into the cheek, because it just looks too much then, like your whole nose is brown. And from a distance you can see definitely slims it out and brings it to a point. Then what I use for my liner, where is my liner? I use just a black Ben Nye. And then, I have a couple brushes for black, but then you just follow, make your shape, which I did. And then my crease. My crease, actually, this part right here is just into my eyebrow. So that's how high it is. Like, you really do make quite a bit of space to paint with by gluing them down, which is always fun. So I'm just going over and showing you kind of what I do. This is how I, crease it out with the black. And then what I did, I'm kind of on a purple scheme right now, so I just took the purple that I'm using. You can use all kinds of different eyeshadow, whatever works best for you. Sometimes I find the quote-unquote cheaper colors sometimes have better pigment and seem to work better, so play around, experiment. If you like a shade, don't be afraid to buy it and try it, and who knows, it might work better than the stuff you would have paid, $20 for. So what I do is really heavy. I brush it in here between the brow and the crease. As I get farther out, I kind of lighten the dabs, so it kind of helps give it a smooth, blended look. And you do that with both. That's my kitty, Isis. I think she's pissed because she wants to get out. But I'm pretty sure she shut the door on herself, so that's her fault. Because it was open. As I go up towards the brow, I also get lighter. That helps with the blending effect. So you're always heavier here, a little heavier down here, and as you get farther out and up and out, you get lighter. Because what you're eventually going to do is throw some white, or even if you use like the pretty pink, you can use some of your highlight to put up there, and it helps blend it out. Just a little bit of a show for you. Hi sis. So then what I do is, this is Ben Nye again. This is Clown White. It's just like a cream. Yeah. So I take that and I use one of these tiny little brushes. And this is what I use to cover my lid. You don't have to use a brush. Sometimes I use my finger depending on how I'm feeling and if I'm trying to hurry up or do it quickly or whatever. Isis, if you wanted to be in the video, that's all you had to say. You didn't have to steal it from me. And I actually cover pretty much my whole then lid with this. And that's just because it really allows you to get a nice, bright color on your lid. If you're going for more neutral tones, browns, stuff like that, more natural, don't use it. There's no point, at least, you know, with what I would do with those colors. But if you're using colors, putting this Clown White on first really does help. No matter how great your pigment is, it's only going to be brighter, you know, if you use the Clown White. And really smooth it out. Don't use a lot, because if you do, as the night goes on, you tend to crease up then, which is not a good look. It does not work. Don't go for it. Ooh, why did it get dark in here? Doesn't it seem like it? As the time's going on, it's just getting darker and darker. So I'm going to try to hurry up and do this. All the way up to my crease. I Find Frenzy. These are one of the songs that I listen to and I really like and I would love to perform. Given the right circumstance, I feel like in a club setting, most people probably don't want to hear this. And I understand, because when I'm out at the club and drinking with my friends and want to have fun, I don't really want to hear it either. But it's beautiful. So shout out to Find Frenzy, because this song is wonderful. Sometimes I even just like to leave the eyes white. Not just like this though, obviously, because I think it's smeared and stuff eventually. But when I do go for the all white, I'll just put the Clown White like this on my lid, and then use a white shadow, like a white powder, and set it with it. And that way, and then sometimes I even go over it with like a powder glitter. You just kind of color all that in and make sure you're colored. Kind of like paint, or like Cher said on Burlesque. Your face is like a canvas and you're just painting. really getting dark. You can't even see. Sorry, guys. I wish it wasn't. Let me see what I can do. Maybe I can move this lamp. 1 second. You know what? We'll do a little break. I'll be back.